Hello, lovely people. How are you doing today? Okay, we are going to go on with our geometry series. Here we have another question at junior level. They are asking us in the given trapezium above, determine the values of A, B, C, D, and E. A, B, C, D, and E. One thing we must do first is what type of shape, ask ourselves what type of shape are we dealing with? Is it trapezium? What are the properties of a trapezium? Please, it's always very important to fill in what is not on the sketch based on the type of shape given. So the major thing is that it has one pair of opposite sides parallel to each other. They are not equal, but they are parallel to each other. That means we can use the properties of parallel lines, which are corresponding angles being equal, co-interior angles being supplementary, or alternate angles being equal. If we also observe this shape very well, we see that this line is equal to this line, and this forms a triangle. So that means this is an isosceles triangle. The same applies to the upper part. This is equal to this. That means that this also forms an isosceles triangle. So we're using the two properties, the properties of a trapezium and the properties of a triangle to break this down. So we start with the one that is easier for us, and from the section where we have a value or more values given. So here we have a 60. Based on this being an isosceles triangle, we can go on and say that A is also equal to 60 degrees. Our reason being that this is an isosceles triangle. So base angles or the angles or opposite equal lengths. So we have our reason is properties of isosceles triangle. We have more than one triangle. We have to mention the one we are working on. RST. Or you can just write base angles of triangle RST. Now let's go to B. B is still in the same triangle, so let's complete that. So B will be 180 minus 60 for A, minus 60, the one that was given. So we have sum of interior angles of a triangle, and in this case, we are looking at triangle RST still. Therefore, our B will be equals to 180 minus 120, which makes it C. Somehow like an equilateral triangle, but we must follow the process. Now, it means that this will be something like what we classify as an isosceles trapezium. But let's see. Now we can say that B is equals to C. B is equals to C. B is equals to C. So that means 60 degrees. We have alternate angles. They alternate because QS is parallel to RT. Please, let's get some clarity here. A is not equals to D, because A is attached to line ST, and line ST is not parallel to line QR. A is attached to line ST, D is attached to line QR, then B is attached to the parallel line, C is attached to the parallel line. So, for them to be alternate, it must be between two parallel lines, not just because a transversal cuts through. So we have to be very careful for that section. Now, let's go to D. Let's go to D. In this case, it works because of what we have, but remember, it may not be the case in all. So, because of what we have, our D, the type of question we have, our D will be equals to C. Not for alternate angles, but because they are base angles of this isosceles triangle. Remember, under geometry, even if you get the same answer but with the wrong reason, you have lost that mark. So you must get your answers with the right reasons. D is equals to C, because this length is equals to this length, so this becomes the base angles of this isosceles triangle. So we have base 60 also, base angles of an isosceles triangle QRS in this case. So that is our D. Our D is also 60. Now we can go to E. Therefore, our E will be 180 minus 60, which is C, minus 60, which is D. And that will give us sum of interior angles of triangle QRS. Therefore, our E is equals to 60 degrees as well. Our E is equals to 60 degrees as well. So you see, all of them, irrespective of the symbols or the markings, all of them came out as equilateral triangles. So follow the process, do not manipulate, make sure you give a valid reason for every step you take, and you will never get in trouble. Keep studying, I'll see you in the next video.